But Rahm Emanuel's brother, who's now in the White House advising, remember last week he said doctors shouldn't be so obsessed over their Hippocratic oath to do no harm from Hippocrates. And for the last decade, they haven't given the Hippocratic oath. I mean, they really are taking our doctors and nurses and taking them from being great, upstanding people, guardians of human dignity, and turning them into little Nazi ghouls. Can you speak to the Hippocratic oath and Emanuel's brother having the nerve to say you shouldn't take it serious?
Well, the basis of the Hippocratic oath was Hippocrates, and that was teaching physicians that you're to do everything you can for your patient, and you're never to take a life. Well, that, of course, was an attack on abortion, and so the left wing didn't like that at all. For physicians were not supposed to take lives. It also included euthanasia, meaning you're never to kill someone because you think they're a useless life. Well, they didn't like that either. So we have at least two things that was getting under the skin of the left: is abortion and euthanasia. So they want the oath to be removed. Well, now with Ezekiel Emanuel, who's a physician, saying that this oath should be abandoned, and physicians are just too obsessed with the idea of saving lives, and we need to start letting these people go. They're just wasted effort, that they have no social utility. And, of course, that would also include all disabled people, because according to this lexicon, disabled people have no social utility. They have no purpose, and they're a drain on the economy. Therefore, we should just let them die. It even says in the Hastings Center that it has been a crazy idea to give dialysis to people because some are living 20 years on dialysis, and that we could have just let them go at the time that they developed renal failure. And they even, in one of the articles, said we should turn back to clock-on medicine. And instead of practicing high-technology medicine we have today, we should turn it back to the 1960s level and have that as our health care.
Doctor, is there any doubt in your incredibly deep breadth of research that these are eugenicists and we have a eugenics guild running our modern society, and that at the core it's just a rationale to be sadistic control freaks who are on power trips? I mean, most of these high-level people, they don't even think they're doing good. These are really dark people.
Well, yeah, I think it's a mixed group. I think there's some who, in their perverted way of thinking, think it's good. Some are just evil people from the core. But, if you read their literature, they really think this is something that's beneficial to society, is to get rid of what they call the human weeds. They said you weed a garden and get rid of the weeds. Well, that's what we have to do in society. It's filled with all these unfit, these people who don't deserve life, and we should weed them out by whatever methods we can. And they said, well, we know this public won't accept extermination camps, but if we could just deny them health care, they'll die off on their own.
And that's what Margaret Sanger, of course, said. You're repeating her, and then that's repeated. But really, the test of humanity is people that are more intelligent, stronger. We're meant to lift up the weak. At the moment we delve into this, we let pure wickedness out of the bottle and societies collapse.
Well, absolutely. I mean, when you start reading what some of the so-called elite write, it's quite frightening. And like I said, the stage was set for Adolf Hitler in the 1900s, the 1800s. People were writing things that he eventually implemented. Same thing with Lenin and Stalin and Mao Zedong. There were people who wrote quite eloquent papers about controlling society and exterminating mass numbers of people. Well, along came a dictator strong enough to carry this out. What the average public sees is the dictator. They don't see the foundation that was set 50, 100 years before by these elitists. One of the things that scares me in this bill, it describes taking over the entire medical education system. It talks about in medical schools, anointing certain medical schools in which they will set the curriculum. They will educate the professors that are teaching the courses. also taking over nursing schools, dental schools, so that the physicians would be trained.
Well, sir, that's what the cybersecurity bill says. If you're connected to any servers, any IT, the way it's written, everything, special federally certified cybersecurity people must be there like it's a union, and you must serve them, and they must certify you to be. I mean, I will, if this passes, to run this office, we're going to have federal goons in here, and that's what they're doing to medicine. I mean, folks, this is a control freak total takeover. Your phone calls, I promise, when we come back.
3 million plus edible food plants that grow on Earth. No other single plant